All right.
I muted, but I gotta say hi. Lee, how's
Zach, I'm on top of the world. How are you?
dude? I am on cloud 9 right now.
I can imagine.
Yeah, I'm feeling really, really good.
So this match has started, I assume. They're not warming up.
I just jumped in. I think kind of looking at Chris's characteristics. Yeah, I think the match has started.
Yeah, you wouldn't be shooting. No, that hasn't. Sweet.
Oh no, that could be a concession.
Oh, you're right. I thought he was grabbing the balls to lag. All right, so that had to have been the first game. He probably just changed the score up there.
Give me 1 second, Leah. I'm gonna just kind of mute myself here for a minute.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna try to find the chat. Pull this up on my phone so I can see any chatters. Here we go. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we have got a Mosconi Cup player in Chris REINHOLD. And let me tell you, if you've made it to the Mosconi Cup, you're a player. I mean, that's got to be the highest level of pressure anyone could ever imagine. And Chris played well in that. You know, he didn't win every match, but he didn't fold under the pressure. So, and then we've got Oliver ACOSTA up to bat. And if someone, I was just going to say, if someone in the chat can tell me what his Fargo is, that would be great. And then immediately I see Chad Raswick says, can't find his Fargo. But just based on the way he hit that one, he's a 700 something. Or a very high 600, I'm guessing. Well, and also based on the fact that he's still on the A side, I'm guessing. I got to be honest, I'm assuming this is an A side. Can someone in the chat at least tell me that much? I can't do the research while I'm commentating. It's going to punch this. Okay. He's in line to draw back 3 feet here. Yeah. Nice smooth warm-up strokes. Perfectly in line. Can see him playing the 7 and the side here. It's A side. Thank you, Emily. Yeah. It's a mystery we don't know his Fargo. But again, he's playing perfect pool, so I got to say 700 something. I like him to shoot a stop shot here. And that if that leads him to being straight in on the 8 into the top left corner, I like him doing that because then he can draw back with no movement on the cue ball whatsoever. And then another thing is he won't get straight in on the 9. He'll come well short of straight in because he's not going to risk. There's no need to risk scratching, or when you know you can cut balls in, no reason to try to get straight in on that. So that tells me all I need to know about Oliver. He is a 660, playing like a boss. Thank you, Clay.
All right, I'm back, Lee.
Oh, welcome back, Zach.
I was kind of sitting here. I'm at a conference right now in Tacoma, and I have some roommates in my hotel room, but they're leaving now, and they were kind of getting excited for what they're gonna go do. But
You showed them the door. You're like, I'm commentating in here, guys.
I said, have the best time tonight, you guys.
Only 200 games. Now that's a game changer right there. Clay says Oliver's got 200 games in the system, so he could be well on his way to being a 700.
Oh yeah, with 200 games in the system. I mean, the manipulation in Fargo. I mean, you beat a couple 800 players, and you're gonna move up quick.
Yeah. I remember when I was 200 games in, I was a 622, and then the reality set in, and then I'm a 596 now because 200 games just isn't enough.
Yeah, when I first joined, I think it was USAPL is where I got my Fargo. When I had 200 racks, I think I was like a 360 maybe. Oh man, I have a story from my first appearance in Vegas, but we won't get into that. But like over time, I'm playing this league, right, and I'm getting all this robustness, and like right now, I think I'm at like 3,400.
Whoa,
robustness, and I started to develop my game throughout Fargo. So I guess I could say like I'm a legacy child in Fargo. Like I really started when I was like a 360, like that was my rating, and I have developed through Fargo, and now I'm sitting at about 563. I think I should be maybe 15 points higher, but I mean I'm about where I should be.
Yeah, after 3,400 games, I would hope so, but that's a strong rating to come up from 300 something. You should be
Yeah, I mean, just 6-7 months ago, I was like 515 or something like that. So
Wow.
I've really been trying to work at it to play in events and beat some high rated players, and try to see if I can manipulate my Fargo up to where it kind of should be. Because when I was a 515, I should not have been a 515. But Fargo quickly kind of caught back up with me. As long as you play your honest pool, and Fargo's a great system.
Well, what would you do here? This looks like a safety of, maybe hide behind the 4 and send the 3 around the table down by the 5.
Yeah, I think you can. I mean, if you're kind of sitting right here in this area, you have, I can't draw. That was not a straight line. You have a window down there, down table.
Oh, wow.
But it's a tough spot to play safe there, honestly. Like if I'm looking at that, it's tough. I'm not opposed to him just kind of going for that bank there. You're really in a tough spot, and the table is wide open.
Well, and it offered,
especially when you're playing at this level too. Like that, like you should just assume that if you sell out a look at a ball, that they're gonna get out.
Yeah.
So it's tough to take the risk.
That worked out. He'll take that.
Well, I think here you can kind of play with the cue ball and hit this 4 pretty full and still be able to kind of just trickle off this rail and come to an area. You don't necessarily have to slow roll the 4 ball. You can kind of hit it with a little bit of speed and let the cue ball kind of trickle its way in that line of the 5.
Yeah, well, you can play it in either pocket, but you're right. You can hit it slow or medium, and you're going to be fine. You don't have to do anything fancy.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to how he took that either. I mean, hitting it with a little more speed to just kind of come back out for the 5 is fine as well. It looked like the angle was, enough to kind of just hit it a little bit softer and come out. Even if you ended up, somewhere in this area, you're still okay. But I like the shot selection there.
Inside spin.
Watch out, 6 ball.
Yeah. Yeah, he's in line, but he's got distance to deal with. But a Mosconi Cup player can make this shot and get out. Bearing down, taking his time like he should on a long shot. Center pocket. Roll forward 4 inches.
Yeah, I've been following Chris on his little Facebook journey lately, and he's really been putting some work into his game. He really wants to take himself to that next level. I mean, believe it or not, you get to a level of play like, you know, these top-rated players, and there is another level to be played on. They always continue to be better and do what they can to really strive to be the best player they can be.
REINHOLD takes a 2-1 lead. What a great match to commentate, Zach. Have you ever commentated a match of players this high?
Well, I just jumped into the ending of Shane Van
Oh,
Doren
yes.
with Colin. Yeah, that was unreal. I was gonna commentate that match originally, but I thought it was gonna start at 9, and it started at 8, so I wasn't able to. But I got to get the tail end of it, and I think I've commentated like 4 racks. And I commentated a couple matches earlier with Trevor, but I don't know. I mean, I just got through Shane, so I think we can be able to have a good time doing this one.
What happened in that match?
There, Shane was up 5-0, and then he was playing Jeff something. I forgot his name. Jeff Jimenez, maybe?
Yeah.
And Jeff had won a rack, kind of like right when I was coming in. He had won that rack. And then he won another rack. It was 5-2. And he was playing good. And there was I think it was a missed shot. And Shane ran out and put himself on the hill. And Shane had an early 9 to win it.
What an unfortunate scratch there, man. That was brutal. Get that kick at the last second.
So Chris with a pretty open table here. I don't see much trouble. I think, yeah, I don't really see any trouble here.
Well,
the toughest shot is, I mean, the 3 to the 4 maybe. But after that, I mean, everything is pretty straightforward. You can get on that higher side of the 5. You can just kind of roll in for the 6.
Yeah, it's important to get close to straight on the 6. You can't be, you know, having to cut and go all the way back up and down. But yeah, I mean, he's not supposed to get out of line this rack.
Yeah, I like this here. I mean, you're just going to kind of roll forward, come off of that bottom rail or that top rail, and just come straight up for the 5. And, you know, you want to get yourself a good line here coming with that cue ball on the 5 so you can set up easily for that 6. I think this is the key shot here.
Yeah, he's perfect.
Yeah, I think that'll do. You can come anywhere in this window right here.
That's where he's going to be. No doubt.
Oh, okay. It looked like that ball was gonna go. Yeah, I didn't bring my mouse pad with me, so ignore my crazy circles. I'm not really getting good reaction off of this glass table.
Now, do you play this 9 in the side, or do you hold for the corner?
I mean, you know, I've learned, I think it was a little over a year ago, I started learning like shots like this, playing in the side. If you can get anywhere on that side of the table, it's really safe to do so, but you can get weird. I mean, you could have ended up, you know, a little farther down, and now you're like, okay, now you have to take it in the corner up table. I think you can play the line pretty simply to be able to just take that in that bottom right corner, but I'm not too upset with the side.
Well, I love the side pocket there. I constantly do it because the corner you can rattle, the side you cannot.
Right, yeah. If you touch the point on the side, you're going to miss most of the time. But yeah, I understand what
when
you
you're
mean.
that close. When the 9 is that close to the side, it's just such a huge pocket. You know, they say later, you know, don't shoot balls into the side early in the rack, but late in the rack is okay.
Right. I mean, and if you're playing, because I saw the Ultimate Pool, they were playing on Valley tables, and those side pockets are different than the side pockets on a diamond. So, on a table like that, I'm going to take that ball in the corner.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that changes everything.
So there are some factors there. I mean, yeah, the side pockets on diamonds they're beautiful. I do love the side pocket.
We got a cluster. This one, the nice thing about them breaking with these racks is there's clusters. There's strategery involved.
Yeah, I was watching a match earlier. It was James DeVee and Mike Ortiz, Molina Mike, and James was breaking like a monster. Those balls were going everywhere. Balls were falling and a shape on the one every time. And every time Mike broke, and hey Mike, if you're watching, it was a slug rack and the balls went nowhere every time. And I'm sure it's very frustrating. You're playing in this tournament as a lower rated player compared to the higher players in this tournament, and you can't get a break. It's frustrating. Getting used to those magic racks is a blessing in disguise, I guess, because it can kind of haunt you when you have to play in a tournament like this.
Stop shot safety coming up. Yeah, I played a tournament here. It was an 8-ball tournament, and there was no getting a tight rack whatsoever with those. And but I like that, and Molina was probably trying to not spend 5 minutes trying to get a tight rack.
Yeah.
Being a gentleman and the show must go. He's a showman, right? The show must go on.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Sean.
That's a good way to look at it. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he was just having a blast playing in this tournament. So,
but there is something to be said about being skilled at getting a tight rack. These pros have done it. 100,000 times more than Mike has, and that's a factor too.
Yeah.
But I love, Mike can give the pros the orange crush in putting on a good show. I love his show.
Yeah, man, Windows Open is an incredible show. I mean, it was an NWPA tournament at Phil's in Salem, and there was a gal there. She was a younger gal playing in this event, and her dad was there and told me about Windows Open and Post Up, and so I followed him and didn't know what I was getting into, and then over time their videos kept coming up, and I started watching. So I'm really that Facebook page, that Windows Open, is amazing. He does a really, really good job with it.
I think he might play safe behind the 9 here.
Yeah, I like nestling behind that 9 if you can. You can take the cue ball up table and try to put the 7 on the 9, or kind of put the 7 here. But at this level, you don't really want to give a look at a ball. You want to hide.
Yeah, the behind the 9 gives you an incredible lockup too. It's the shot.
Yep.
You're never gonna get locked up going the other way.
Yep. Ollie tapping the table. Give his respect. That was a great save by Chris.
And now he has to hit this with a lot of speed. You got to create some kind of separation. And it's, the whole game rides on this shot right here. Create a distance, but not a hook.
Yeah, Chris with an opportunity here. I mean, I like, with these shots, I mean, I like both sides of this shot. I like the top left pocket and the bottom pocket. I think for me here, I'm probably going to see. I could do either. I think it's just what I feel in the moment. I could go with either shot here. Either way, you can get on the 8.
What do we have here?
Fire that ball in, and it's going to sell out a shot for Oliver.
Well, Oliver can keep this a tight match if he just runs these balls out, which I love his odds. He can just go back and forth. He'll have a shot on the 8 no matter what.
Gonna get a little weird here. Still a makeable shot.
Could have been a lot weirder.
So what are you gonna do here? Are you gonna? I don't like holding it. I like trying to come back and above, back around the 9 and above.
Yes, that's the right shot. Oh, beautiful.
That'll work.
Yeah, we got a match, folks. Oliver might be a 660, but I'm telling you, he's got 698 written all over him.
All right, so we got a 3-2 game here. I don't know if we plugged the venue yet. Playing at Golden Fleece Billiards in Everett, Washington. Watching through EvoSports. The system is incredible. I don't know if you're in-house or in your house, but I'm in a hotel room commentating this match, and the fact that I'm able to commentate remotely and just kind of tune in is incredible. And then I see the 3 sponsors on the top. We got Lux, Q-Tech, and Miyuchi. So a good event. I remember watching this event a little bit last year, and now that I'm kind of like in it and commentating a couple of these matches, I'm going to really start to pay attention to these events, and I think really start to pay more attention to Pacific Northwest Pool as a whole.
Well, and let me just tell you guys, the Golden Fleece venue is so drop dead gorgeous. The decorations, the layout, the food, it looks nothing like what you're seeing here. Okay. It's a must-see destination. You got to experience.
Yeah, I was talking to Trevor earlier, and he was explaining kind of the layout, how it's 2 levels, and they have an island bar. And like I'm an hour south right now, and I live in Salem, which is 4 hours away, and I'm really contemplating going up there tomorrow morning before we head back to town and just checking it out.
And watching the final.
And watching these guys. I can catch up on my sleep, Monday night.
Well, I just, everyone out there, I highly recommend it. Watching pros play in person is completely different than watching it on a stream. It's surreal.
One thing for me too is I've seen pros play a handful of times down. Been to a couple events down in Vegas, and I got to watch the Predator World 10 ball multiple times, and up close and personal. Front row watching Shane and all those guys play. But I've never seen pro pool on a bar box, and I play on a bar box. So I think it might be a trip I need to make tomorrow, and I'll take my road dog with me. Say sorry, but we're gonna go watch some pool for a couple hours.
Absolutely, and go hungry. Support the venue, and
yeah, absolutely.
The food is phenomenal. All right. We've got another tactical battle, which I love. Some people are like, why aren't they using magic racks? What? It's not that they can't afford magic racks, people. Believe me.
Yeah, it's a completely different ball game. Clusters all over the place. That's one thing about bar box 8 ball I love is all the clusters and the strategy to get the breakouts, and doing it in rotation without the options of different sets, different balls. Rotation is, you got one ball to shoot at. You got to figure out how to do it.
Oh, well, he just completely underran his shape to get on the 4 and then left it hanging.
What's your go-to shot here in a situation like this with the ball in the pocket, and you need to get to this 5 ball, right? I mean, you have a window right here, but it's tight, and you don't want you don't want that 7 becomes really big if you're trying to get position up above that 5.
Yeah, I initially looked at going inside spin or high right and coming underneath that 7. But then the more I thought about it, the more I thought about keeping all of that out of play. Side pocket's still in play though. But yeah, I like what he did better than what we were talking about.
Yeah, and I see the 5 off the rail a little bit too. So even if you wanted to come below the 5 and take it up in that bottom right corner pocket, it's not, crazy to take that shot. And Chris here just going to kind of stun over and get on the top side of that 8. Or potentially set up for the combo. I like just getting on the 8 though. It's a
whoa,
safer shot. Yeah, get kind of a little closer.
He's golden though. He's out 1,000%. But another rotation, and it was curtains. Of course, there was never a doubt in his mind. He had it. (4-2) Chris REINHOLD, the former Moscone Cup player. What's the most I was just saying the most pressure anyone could ever be in is playing the Moscone Cup. What was the biggest pressure situation you've ever been in, Zach?
There was one at the Coast, WBCA or at BCA, WBCA in the Coast. It was a teams 9-ball, was the 5th place match, and I was on the 7. The 8 had already been pocketed in the 9, and so for a while that was my biggest pressure. But that has been trumped. My USA PL team, it's a sister league of BCA PL. We won a trip to Vegas, and it's a round robin style now, and we made it into the final single elimination bracket, and we were playing a match to get into the finals in USA PL Nationals for gold teams. And I was the last match, and I had an opportunity to make it hill. I had ball in hand, and I had this weird 3-9 combo, but I was able to stick the cue ball and get safe. And I think that match was the most pressure I've been in. I've been in those matches before in that tournament, and I played freely, and I felt fine. But that was a big match. I mean, like, my parents were there watching, and I had the whole team there watching, and, like, they were all on their feet. And I shoot this 3-9 combo, and I missed it. Like, I had it in my mind. Like, I was so convinced, and I took my time with it that I was going to make it, and I missed it, and I got safe. And he kicked 2 rails, hit the 3 ball, and locked me up somehow, and I missed the shot, and he ran out and won. I had the opportunity. That 9 ball would have made it hill. But yeah, that was a big pressure match. It was like I call it a $2,000 shot. I saw Sky walking down the lobby. He was like, I just missed a shot for $2,000, and he just kind of smiled.
Well, it gives you something to strive for, to practice and make sure the next time you take it down. But Chris has taken this rack down swiftly. I thought I'd ask for a story in between racks, and he ran that rack out.
My story wasn't even that long, and he's done. I probably took 45 seconds on that story, maybe a minute.
Yeah, he's a pro.
Oh, yeah, and like I was saying in the beginning, man, like, I've been following him on Facebook and watching what he's been doing, and he's really looking for the action, and he's really trying to improve his game and get to that next level. I mean, when you're a pro and you're working on your game like that, just consistently, like, that's where the magic really starts to happen. You see a lot of players getting really, really good at pool, right? And then just kind of staying in that plateau and not really going for that next step and challenging themselves. Kind of want to plug my buddy Dylan here. He has been really, really trying to push himself. He's I think just above 600 now, and I was really excited when he hit 600. And he has been challenging himself, playing matches. Him and his buddy Martine have been playing Scotch doubles together, like, consistently against higher rated teams than them and beating them, and really, really working at their game. So I aspire to that and to them.
Well, I'm telling you, Oliver hasn't really done anything wrong this match. And he's suffering a 5-2 deficit, but this is a combo that he can make. And it comes with shape. Or he's looking at making a 2-9 combo.
Was he? Yeah, was he just? I think I like the 2-6. He was looking at that 2-9 just to kind of look. I'm sure.
Yeah. Always check your options.
I wonder. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I wonder if he's gonna try to stun out with that combo and go for the 9 anyway.
He's good. He is good, my friend. He can go right down the center of the table and come back out for the 3 in the side.
What are you thinking here? Trying to like come out and swerve into straight?
Yeah. No, just exactly.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Didn't quite get the straight and found the corner pocket. But yeah, good call out there. Kind of bummed on that one. That was a good opportunity for him to kind of.
He should have followed your line.
I know. The line was there. It was right there for you. It's like when you're golfing, and you got the line of the flag stick, the shadow of the flag stick. Good effort there from Lee. Going to give Chris ball in hand. A pretty wide open table. A little bit of trouble on the 7.
Yep.
I'm not sure what his plan is here. The carom isn't out of the question. You could break it out right here, but that's definitely dangerous.
That was his plan.
He's got a bank here. But yeah, I think if you have an opportunity to break something out like that, take it. And I liked how he hit it with speed too, so he doesn't get locked and hooked up behind that 7 or that 9.
He's going for your bank. Outside spin helps it go in.
A little wide. Yeah, Sean in the chat, he says, I like how Chris is always looking for action. Like, yeah, man, like I've been seeing it the past couple of years, man. He is looking for it. He posted multiple times, like, look, if you want to play, like, I want to play. So, let's play. It doesn't matter your Fargo, like, let's play. And that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do to progress.
Well, and, back in the day when you could make a living on the road before the internet, he would have robbed everyone, looking like looking like the nice, handsome kid that he is.
Oh, yeah. So where's this going to end up? That's going to end up a good for Oliver.
7 in the side, 8 in the side.
Stop this, yeah. 7 in the side, 8 in the side.
Child's play. We got a match, folks. Don't go away.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, we got 57 people watching. I mean, share this to your Facebook, get people in. This is definitely a good match. It'll be really cool to see Oliver really get back into this game. Those are always the best, those thrillers, especially late at night too. Both players are tired, but they're also in stroke. See, like, I don't know about you, Lee, but my favorite feeling in pool is like late in a tournament when, like, you're in the money or just about to the money, right? And it's getting late and you're getting tired, but you're also in stroke, right? That right there is my favorite feeling in pool.
Yeah, and speaking of getting tired, he concedes the 9 because he's like, let's get on with this.
Yeah, right. Yeah, pay attention to the way Chris is racking, see what kind of focus he puts onto it. And I mean, yeah, like the break is the biggest shot in pool, especially when you get to this level. I mean, if you get a good break and an open table and pocket 2 or 3 balls with shape on the low ball, you got a really high percentage to run out, and that's how you win games.
Yeah, he's struggling with this rack.
Yeah, it's tough. The ball's just kind of those little gaps. Like, you don't want to say, I mean, you got a big tournament on the line. You don't want to say it's fine. We'll just break it up. Like, no, you need your rack, the rack that you constantly practice breaking. Yeah, I mean, these players have spent hours before this tournament, racking with a wood rack and breaking, racking and breaking.
Yeah, you're right. Especially on a 7-footer, the break is So crucial when you're using those racks. Wow. Yeah, he's got the breakdown. I mean, that one flew into the side. But I don't think he has a shot.
So where's your push? Where are you rolling out to?
Well, probably right where he's pointing. I think he gave it away.
See if you can get that little window in between the 3 and the 6.
Always leave him on the end rail, if you can. Whether you're playing a safety or a rollout. Shane likes to roll out to a spot where you can make the ball, but you can't get shape. So it's like tempting the guy. It's a mind F because it's
right. It's like, okay, I'm playing Shane right now. He pushed this. He has an idea of what he's gonna do. So you know what? I'm just gonna take the shot, and yeah, I like that. It's kind of a little bit of a mind game there. I like that.
Because I think this ball can be made, but the shape is no picnic. Okay, good shot.
Find a hole in between the 5 and the 9. Don't even think he touched any of those balls.
And he's got a window.
Yep.
That's excruciating.
It was a great shot too. That's just the sucky thing about it. He's getting a great shot, and it leaks a little bit. That's pool for you. That's 9 ball. Yeah, I have it here on YouTube on my phone. Just watch it again. Great shot.
He bumps right into the 6, uses it for breaks. That's the smarter shot, obviously. Get straight in on the 4.
A little close here, a little tight on the 5.
Yeah, he's going to have to come with the shot. This will be a nice stroke. Winding up and finesse.
That
is no good. We've got action, folks.
We're gonna see the short cue coming out here.
Oh yeah. And it's tough because to make it, you're flirting with fouling, hitting the 9 first. This might be something where Oliver wants someone to watch the shot.
I'm trying to pick apart his jump cue right now. That thing looks insane. Looking at both of the butts.
That is pretty remarkable. Is that Purple Heart? Wow. Nice clean hit. Watch out. He's like, oh, never a doubt. I'm not going to forget about the little extension.
Right. Well, kind of a sellout shot there from Chris. It's going to give Oliver a big chance here to really get back into this race. Chris in at 5, only 2 games away from the finish line. This is a really big rack here for Oliver.
Yeah, he might bump into the 9 though. This isn't. I mean, he wants to go around it, which he did. Yeah, he had more angle, but he's not quite in line. But this isn't bad.
Yeah, you can get right on this line. You can definitely stay on this line. Kind of come this route with it, and then you're kind of just running into the 7.
Yeah, or you can go past it and
a little off, but the right idea.
You called it, brother. Good, bravo. Nice lines. And he's good. Draw back 3 feet. Draw back 2 feet only. It's one of those things where you don't need to be straight in. Yeah.
Yeah, just get yourself in a decent position. Make the ball. Get yourself back into this game.
To come within 1 of a established pro Oliver ACOSTA, ladies and gentlemen. It's 4-5. And we've got 62 viewers sweating this action.
Yeah, I mean, EvoSports has stuff going on all the time. I subscribe to EvoSports and constantly I'm getting notifications. And at any point, I can just click on it, watch some live Pacific Northwest pool. I think they have they went out of the country. Was it Taiwan? I think, but EvoSports has made its way out of the United States and it is branching out. And there's a very good reason why. Like, this system is just incredible.
Yeah, well, there's geniuses at play.
Oh yeah, I've met a couple of them, man, and they know what they're talking about. I've had to deal with customer service with them, and they are on it. Like, everything what they have going on and what they're doing is top notch. So yeah, big shout out to you guys. I mean, the schedule for all this commentation, like, you guys are killing it, and I'm very, very glad to be a part of it.
All right, let's see how his break goes. Nice. Oh, get out of there. Oh.
It's kind of freezing right there. Like, okay. So you can take this one here in the top or bottom left corner and really kind of have some freedom with it, where the 2 is kind of just sitting in the pocket.
Well, he earned the freedom by crushing that rack and spreading it out.
Beautiful, beautiful break.
But this is no hanger. I'm telling you, when you're up against there's no room to cue. It's a blind pocket. It's a blind cut, and if you miss, you're hanging it right in front. There's no way to get lucky and not sell out here, but I still love his odds to make it. Yeah. Oh, he's perfect.
Yeah, I think you can just kind of come up right here and come out on this line and give yourself an angle on the 3 and just, take that.
I don't know that he'll do that. He might come underneath hit it super thin and just try to get straight on the 3. No, he oh boy, he did a combination of our ideas.
Yeah, I like that line. I was thinking about coming underneath the 3 too, but you can kind of get weird where you're shooting a long shot. You don't have too much angle and you have distance, so it doesn't make it tough to get on the 5. But you just want this to be as simple as you can make it. You want to be smooth with it.
I'm watching the replay. I'm wondering if he was trying to go between the 8 and the 9.
Yeah, see, that's dangerous. That's kind of like why, if I'm gonna go with coming out this way, you just gotta go around it. I mean, that sitting right here on this 3 ball is not a bad place to be. You can just follow that naturally and come out and end up in this area for the 5. That angle is really, honestly, a good spot to be. A lot of people get scared of those angles. So if you have any lower rated players watching, I mean, get used to shooting with those angles and getting comfortable with them, because natural cue ball path with just natural roll and top is a great way to effectively play full. But here, I mean,
he's massing, or he's gonna go rail first.
Oh. No. Oh man, that in a spot like that, like, I like my odds jumping, but he just seriously like an 1/8 inch away from drilling that 3 kick shot.
And he's getting straight in to play the 8 in the side. This was his plan the whole way. And look at that. That's
throwing comfortability right there. That's cue ball control and being in stroke. That's what that looks like.
It gets the cue ball off the rail. Everyone 600 and below just keeps it on the rail and just rolls it forward 6 inches. That was such boss level right there.
Yeah, it's just really showing you how he's feeling, and like that's the work, man. Like he's putting in the work, and he's getting out there and playing players and playing all the time and trying to build that confidence level, and that's the result right there.
Well, let that be a lesson, to anyone out there at the 500 somethings, which is where we're at. That's how important it is to get off the rail, folks. The rail is not your friend. You don't want to shoot off the rail. You can't. It limits everything, and it becomes an instant mass A shot if you don't hit dead center cue ball. It just curves instantly.
Constantly shooting here, in this area, and it's just uncomfortable. You can't eat with the cue ball.
But it's one of the things that I've been focusing on lately, as a 596. Just, you'll notice that they could, to get on the 9, they could be straight in on the 9, but it would leave them close to the rail. So they'd rather have a 45-degree cut and be 6 inches away from the rail.
Right, than straight in and on the rail.
Right.
Yep.
And once you notice that and you start watching for it, you'll see it more and more. And then you implement it into your game. And
yeah, I got a lot of people that come up to me, like, hey, what have you done? Like, how did you progress the way you've progressed? I mean, I've been playing pool for 8 years, right? And I've progressed, so much in that 8 years. And they just go like, how do you do it? Like, what is it? And it's just watch the pros, man. They know, they do what they do for a reason.
Yeah, I agree.
And so just imitate them. Find one that you can kind of stroke similar to and just watch them over and over and see what they do. Pay attention to their safety play. Then you can kind of get creative with safeties too. That's a big part of safety play is creativity.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's going to have to get creative.
There have been safeties that I've seen the pros do that's just like how do you even think about that? And then the fact that you're comfortable taking that shot and executing it is unreal.
Well, this is potentially the match if he doesn't create some distance. He's trying to come in behind it like that to get some distance, almost makes it. And is he going to hook him?
He is. A little love here, yeah. All right, Oliver, you're it's not over yet. You're still in this match.
Boy, Chris is thinking about what to do here. And I think you know what he's going to do. Play a nice one-rail kick. It's speed. All kind of, giving himself a chance.
And a little ugly here. I mean, I like a safe here. I like just nestling the cue ball right up here on the 7.
Absolutely.
Trying to give yourself another shot at, an opportunity to run out.
However, the more I look at it, it's not super easy to do that. There.
You are on the rail. You are on the rail too, so that is a factor. There's distance. You could run into the 7 a little too hard and bump it and leave just that little angle, and the 2 will be right there for the corner.
Right.
You got to hit this good.
Yeah. See, he's
just saying 3 rails and put the 2 behind the 3.
Well, he knows how touchy it is to slow roll.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And he wants to create more distance, and he's excited, man. He's got some adrenaline pumping. He knows this is for the match right here. Oh, he's winding up like he's going to hit it hard.
Came up below that 9, got safe.
Wow.
It's going to leave a jump opportunity for Chris, but I mean, he got down there, put Chris on the rail, and got behind that 9. So
yeah, these pros, they can even do a jump and play for shape. That 6 ball looms large.
Woo!
And look at that. Yeah, hell of a jump.
A little unfortunate roll after that, but I wonder. I don't like jumping here. just because, I mean, you do have a decent amount of this pocket, but I don't think he can go in between the 6-7 either. Yeah, so I mean, I think he's gonna elect to just kind of kick below that 4 ball.
Yeah, I mean, this is the right shot, I believe. He knows how to. It's a huge pocket. He's supposed to make it. He knows the angles. Uh-oh. We've got action, ladies and gentlemen. We're up to 69 viewers, and we're gonna go up to 70 something if it's 5-6.
Yeah, I'm looking now. We're up to 71. Oliver here with ball in hand, a really wide open table, and an opportunity to really tighten this match up. It's getting to the towards the end, so this is the nitty gritty of the tournament.
There's money to be made, and you've got people that bought you in the Calcutta. There's extra pressure there. He played that nice. Might go around the 6. Kept it simple.
I like taking the medicine there and just coming up straight back.
Yeah.
A little bit of an angle. He's able to come off the rail and give himself a good position on the 7. See, like here, this is a position where I am not taking the 7 in the side.
No.
The ball becomes huge. Absolutely huge.
No, you just need a straight in stop shot on the 7. So I do think he'll punch this. Okay, he didn't. He had no.
That's fine. That's fine. I mean, you're coming out this way and you're coming back out table.
Yeah, that's the shot.
It's going to kind of end up somewhere over here. That's what we can do here.
Action. We've got action, folks.
Yeah, you can see there too. I mean, you pay attention to how that cue ball reacted off the rail. We know it's not brand new felt, so you can really manipulate the cue ball off these rails.
5-6. Do you remember? Well, boy, I don't even know if you were. No, you weren't even. No, maybe you were in there. But after he made his first shot, I said this guy's a 700 just based on the way he finessed that 1 ball. And then he
I remember. I heard that. I wasn't watching. I had my roommates in here causing a ruckus, so I had to mute myself for that first rack. I wasn't quite paying attention.
But yeah, he's playing above a 660, in my humble opinion. And it's, again, goes back to what Clay says. He only has 200 games in the Fargo system. So he's well on his way. How does a guy this good only have 200 games? He just doesn't play leagues ever. He's above that, which I get. But yeah. I don't know where he's from, but I bet you he bought himself in the Calcutta.
I just had a buddy send me a message, slow-mo video of the cue ball hitting the 8 and the 9 simultaneously, and asked if it was a good or a bad hit. Able to take care of that pretty quickly. It was a good hit. Consensus was a good hit. Oh, and he sent me a sad face, so did not go in his favor. So a shot here on the 2. I mean, safe is not out of the question here, but I like going for it.
He's shooting.
The 8 is sitting there. Yeah, so if you can get anywhere, you got to watch out for this 4 and the 5 if you come around table. I mean, you could take... No, I wouldn't take the 8 here. I would take it in that top right corner and just...
No, you make the 2 and then play the 3-7 combo.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I was thinking it was the 8. It does look like the 7 now. But, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Take the 2 and kind of come out somewhere in this area. Take that combo. The 7 is just sitting in the pocket.
But, yeah, we're getting people agreeing that he's in the 700s. And Clay says he lives in the Tri-Cities area. He used to live in Wenatchee. My parents live in Wenatchee. There's no pool halls out there. No wonder he didn't get in a Fargo.
Full Hall's producing 700s, so.
All right. Well, this is the shot for the game. Oh, he played the
He did go for the 7, yeah.
I did see him eyeing that up, but I just didn't see him going for it just based on what he would be left with. But the shot on the 2 in the top right-hand corner might have been thinner than we thought, and he would have lost the cue ball. Like you were saying, he might end up behind the 4. So he knows how to play. I don't know how to play like him. So he played the right shot.
Yeah, me neither, man. I'm just a 500. Yeah, huge shot here. Not much cue ball to play with. You do have a good amount of the cue ball. There is a factor here. Yeah, taking a little extra time on this shot. Don't blame him. Yeah, like you were saying, this is a big, big shot here.
Well, we've got action though. That 5-9. This probably isn't going to end in one inning. There might be some safeties, which I'd love to see. Of course, I'd really love to see Hill. So yeah, just go ahead and run it out somehow.
I knew it. I knew he was going to go for that.
He's got shape.
I knew he was going to. I love that shot right there. I mean, that's risky biscuits right there, but man, did he get rewarded on that.
Yeah, he's proven his 700 status over and over and over, and that was just another big one. The 3 cuts, he goes back and forth. He'll have the 4. And then the 5-9 combo, or do you just run it out?
Well, it depends on where you get on this 4 and what kind of control you can really get yourself with the cue ball. I mean, if you can get yourself, in an area like this, right, you really have control on where you can put that cue ball for the 5-9. But it is kind of a cut. So if you end up above that 5,
I'd rather shoot the 5-9 carom, I think, or just run it out.
I would hope to get good shape on the 4 to where I can just get shape to do the combo. I like the combo better than the carom. He went for it right there.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, you make that 3 ball. You don't even think about the 9 there. I mean, it's huge. It's right there. It's so huge. I can see why he wanted to. And Chris,
that's your match, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God! Ending.
What a match! Bravo!
Yeah, great match, gentlemen.